Okay, turn to page 147. Close up textbook. I hope you all have filled in your attendance, okay? All right, so the unit is the body beautiful. Yesterday we have identified our body parts. Page 147. Okay. All right, so this is a picture of a skeleton. An X-ray image shows how human bones look in motion. Okay, this is a skeleton. Okay, these are our bones. All right, now we are going to do reading. First, before we read, how much do you know about the human body? Do the quiz and find out. Your teacher will give you the correct answers. So I'll give you the correct answers. So you try to guess. You don't have to Google or what. You just guess only, okay? Which is the largest organ in the human body? The largest one. How many bones are there in the adult human body? What is the total length of all the blood vessels in a child's body? Okay, urat saluran darah in a child's body. How much does the adult human brain weigh on average? So how much is my brain weight on average? All right, number one, which one do you think is the largest one, the biggest one?
Heart.
E.
I guess heart.
B.
What is B?
I don't know lah.
The
The
skin.
largest organ. All of these are organs, All of these are organs. The largest is the biggest one. Heart, lungs, brain, or skin? Make your guess. It is the answer is, have you made up your mind? The answer is, sorry, have you made up your mind? Which one is the answer?
Yes.
The answer is D, skin. Skin is the largest organ in the human body because if you cut your skin and laid it out, then it will be the biggest one compared to the heart, lungs, and brain. They are small, but they each of them has its own function. All right, number two, how many bones are there, do you think, in our body? A, B, C, or D? Have a guess. Whether 2,000 something or 100 something.
What is it, teacher?
Number two. We are in number two right now.
Oh,
How
okay.
many bones are there in the adult human body? 200 something or 100 something?
I can guess B. I might
Okay,
guess
B. Gabriel say A. Others? The answer is
A.
A. 206. 206. Okay, number three. What is the total length of all the blood vessels in a child's body? Saluran darah in kids. Total length. Oh, is a panjang dia 23,000, 97,000, 36,000 or 65,000 kilometers. Random guess. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Is it the longest one,
But I know
97
it's
or
36
65?
kilometers.
C.
36 kilometers. I
60
see.
or D.
See,
The
because
answer
blood vessels
is
is under 60. So not D.
the answer is B. About 97,000 kilometers. It's very, very, very long. Okay. And last one, how much does the adult human brain? How much?
E.
1 kilogram,
C,
2 kilogram,
C,
1.3, or 2.3. Estimate.
C.
The answer is C. Yes, the answer is C. So that's a bit about our body. Okay. Can you read and understand this short text below? Can someone read this? Faizal, you want to read?
Yes, please.
Okay.
It doesn't matter in what order the letters in word are. The only important thing is that the first and last letter be in the right place. The rest can be a total mess, and you can still read it without any problems. This is because the human brain does not read every letter by itself, but the word as a whole. Amazing.
Okay. So you can read as long as the first and the last letter is in the right place. Okay. All right. So you can try this with your friend. You can write something, but you make sure that the first and the last letter, okay, is in the right place. Okay, now look at the word focus. All the universe is all the stars, planets, galaxies, etc. in space. Rational, sensible, and practical. Okay, means that when you do something, you no, this is not rational. Rational. Okay, when you do something with rational, that means you think about all the rationale and all the good and things about something. Neuron is a cell that sends and receives messages to and from the brain. So neuron is specifically the nerve for the cell that connects everything in your body with your brain, and sensory connected with the physical senses. Sensory like sight, taste, what else? Smell. Okay? Those are physical senses, the real. Alright, you're going to read the article about the human brain, and then we will go back to this question after this. What advice is suggested for students who are unable to do their homework? Okay, let's see. You will find the answers after this, and we will find the answer for this question. If you cannot do your homework, what kind of advice that they give you? Can I have someone else to read the text, please, about your amazing brain? A room at the Virginia Science Museum in Richmond, USA is designed to as an optical illusion. Have you been to any of this museum in Malaysia? I think we have this optical illusion museum. I think we have one in Penang. Like everything seems, everything does not, it's not what it seems. Okay. Okay, someone please volunteer. It's early in the morning. May buat pahala.
I'll volunteer to
Alright,
read.
very good, Nicholas.
Okay.
Okay, read the first
So I
paragraph.
okay then. Your brain controls everything you do. It makes it possible for you to think, learn, create, and feel emotions, to blink and breathe, and for your heart to beat. This fantastic control center is your brain. It is so amazing that a famous scientist once called it the most complex thing we have yet discovered in our universe.
Alright, thank you, Nicholas. So your brain is very amazing, okay? It controls everything you do. That's why when people, maybe you have any old relatives who got stroke, okay? Have you ever heard of stroke? When they got stroke, that means the nerve in their brain got some problem. So people who get stroke, they cannot move their hands. Okay, the things like that. Uh, I would say that it's not the hands hurt. Okay, it's the brain. When your brain cannot control the movement, then your hands cannot move. Okay, in a way, it relates to everything in your body. That's why if a patient is considered as brain death, brain dead, uh, brain dead, okay, it's considered as death. Okay, right. So you can think, learn, create, and you feel emotions, you blink and you breathe. This is what we call voluntary and involuntary actions. Okay? And then the center is your brain. So they call it the most complex thing we have yet discovered in our universe. So they said that even the most genius, the smartest person on earth are still studying about our brain. They still cannot there are still things to learn about our brain because it's the most complex thing. All right, anyone else?
And
All
ayun,
right, Amira, thank you.
trying to make sense of the brain isn't easy. We know it's the organ that makes us human by giving us the ability to create art and language, make decisions, and produce rational thoughts. It's also responsible for our personalities, memories, movements, and how we understand the world.
Thank you, Amira. So you try to make sense of the brain is not easy. Okay, that's why we are still studying. They said that they have the brain of Albert Einstein somewhere in a lab somewhere because they are learning about the genius mind. Okay, so you can create art and language. So some people they're very good in arts, some people they are very good in language, some people are very good in maths or science. Okay, that's a complexity of our brain. Okay, and it is very important to make decisions and produce rational thought. If you don't have a good working mind, um, you might not be able to think rationally. Okay, that's why we have a psychiatrist. Okay, it's a taboo in Malaysia because when we say we seek a psychiatry, they say that kita gila ke apa ke, depression, but it's not. Okay, remember mental health is very very important. Okay, so remember your brain controls you, so you have to take care of your brain, of your mind. If you need help, you go seek help. Okay, it's also responsible for our personalities, memories, movement, and how we understand the world. Okay, next. Anyone else, please contribute your voice in this lovely morning to read the next paragraph. Please. Do we have Azwa? Azwa, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
All right, read the next paragraph.
Can this small gray organ, which weigh less than 1.5 kilos, really do so much? Amazingly, your brain contains about 100 billion microscopic cells called neurons. It would take you over 3,000 years to count them all. Whenever you dream, laugh, think, see, or move, it's because signals are racing between these neurons. Believe it or not, the activity in your brain never stops. Your neurons create and send more messages than all the phones in the world. And although one neuron creates only a very small amount of electricity, all your neurons together can produce enough electricity to power a light bulb.
All right, thank you, Azwa. Okay, this is the complexity of neuron. And it's a very amazing thing. Even though brain is small, but we have thousands of neurons. Okay, neurons control our action, and give signals. You know how fast it is? Imagine if you accidentally touch a hot kettle, okay, boiling water, so you will straight away pull your hands from it. So that's how fast the signal comes to your brain, and then the signal will go back to your hand, uh, and will make you pull your hand from the thing. Okay, so that it's a very quick process that, yeah, like this, your neurons create and send more messages than all the phones in the world. It is faster than your phones, much faster. All right, next. Anyone else? Come on. I am doing your PBD, because you can start.
Teacher,
You
can
can.
I read?
Okay. Wait, Anisha, I am doing your PBD, and there are still some students who I have never seen or never heard of. So this is very bad because it's very difficult. I don't know what marks can I give you for your PBD. And next time, if I give you writing exercise, please do, yeah. So I at least have the evidence of your writing. Okay. All right, Anusha, continue.
So exactly how fast does your brain work? Well, imagine this. A bee lands on your foot. Neurons in your skin send this information to your brain at a speed of more than 240 kilometers per hour. Your brain then uses other neurons to send the message back to your foot to shake the bee off quickly. These neurons can send this information at more than 320 kilometers per hour. No computer has your brain's incredible ability to cope with the amount of information coming from your eyes, ears, and other sensory organs.
All right, thank you, Anusha. So this is what I've been talking about. So imagine a bee lands on your foot, and then the neurons will send a message to your brain, and then you will feel the pain. Okay, and then you will shake the bee off quickly. The speed is about 320 kilometers per hour, in which no computer has been able to cope with it. No computer has that amount of speed. And at the same time, the message sent is not only to your foot, but also to your eyes. Okay, maybe your eyes will look for anything, for your ears, and all your sensory organs. Your skin will feel the pain. Okay, everything. Next one. Next, please. All right, thank you, Patricia. Continue.
But how does your brain allow you to learn things that you will use in the future? The structure of your brain changes every time you have a new to remember or learn something. For example, riding a bike seems impossible at first, but soon you are able to do it. How? As you practice, your brain sends bike riding messages again and again. Soon the actions are learned and you are able to ride a bike easily from then on.
All right, thank you, Patricia. So your brain allows you to learn things that you will use in the future. So this is what we call remembering. The structure of our brain changes every time we have a new thought. That's why when we learn something, we can form a new opinion. And then we learn something else, we can change our opinion. Okay, that's how we change our views about something. Every time we remember or learn something. So for example, here, the example given here is riding a bike. I hope you all still remember the moment you first learned how to ride a bike. Do you? Do you still remember? Did any of you remember the moment you you are able to ride a bike on your own without the small wheels at the sides. Yes, right. I still remember the moment I learned how to ride a bike. Okay, so it's very typical. My father would hold the bicycle for me, and then he said he would hold it for me. And then I cycle, and then I ask him, pegang lagi, are you still there? Are you still there? But he's not there actually. He just left me with my bicycle. So that's how we practice. It seems impossible at first, but soon you are able to do it. Okay, because when we practice, our brain sends the messages again and again. Okay, we learn how to cycle properly. Okay, we might get injured, we might fall, but in the progress we learn something. Okay, next one, last one, simple dimple. Okay, last one. Anybody else? Not Faisal, you have read just now. Alia, Natasha. Alia, it has been so long since I heard your voice. Alia, Natasha, are you there?
Yes, teacher.
All right.
Mm.
Okay.
How quickly we learn things varies from person to person, but there are some things which can help us to learn faster and surprisingly, exercise is one of them. We know that any exercise that makes your heart beat faster is great for your body and can even help improve your mood. But we know less about the effect of exercise on learning. However, scientists have recently discovered that for a period of time after you exercise, your body products a chemical that makes it easy for your brain to learn. So, if you start on a homework problem that is too difficult to solve, go out and play go out and play a game of football. Then try the problem again. You just might discover that you're able to solve it.
All right, to solve it. All right, thank you, Alia. Okay. After so long. How quickly we learn things varies means is different from one person to person. Do you realize that some of your friends, they can pick up some certain maths questions very quickly, and you might take a longer time to solve the maths problem, right? So we learn in different pace. We learn in different pace. Some of us can learn something very quickly. Some of us might need more time to learn something, but sometimes it's different subject for everyone, right? Maybe you are good in language, maybe you are good in science, maybe you are good in arts or maths. Okay, so how to learn faster? Exercise. Okay, when you exercise, your heartbeat faster, and it is great for your body. It can help improve your mood. Okay, in this movement control order, if you feel tired, you just go for a walk, you go cycling, you just move a bit, exercise. So in a way, it can lift up your mood. But we know less about the effects of exercise on learning. However, scientists have recently discovered, okay, after you exercise, your body produces a chemical that makes it easier for your brain to learn. That's why in all the learning advice that you get, not only you learn, you sit down and read your book 24 hours, you take your time to go for exercise so your body can produce a chemical, bahan kimia dalam badan. So it is easier for your brain to learn. If you stuck on a homework problem that is too difficult to solve, go out and play a game of football and try the problem again. You just might discover that you are able to solve it. I'm not sure if this works. Maybe when you play, you will think about the problem, and after that, you will get the answers. Okay, how many of you still exercising in this PKP? Do you? Do you still exercise?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Yes, you do very good. Okay, please do not forget to exercise, to take care of your body. In a way, when you exercise, you don't only take care of your body, you also take care of your brain, of your mind. Okay, that's why they say uh, you can produce good chemicals when you exercise. Okay, let's go back to the questions here. So, what advice is suggested for students who are unable to do their homework? If you cannot do your homework, it says here, go out and play football and then try to do the homework again. All right. Okay, let's go to the questions. I give you 2 minutes. Find the answers for all these questions. Read the text and questions below. For each question, choose the correct letter A, B, C, or D. So look at the exam close-up. Remember, if you see the same word in an answer option and in the text, it may not be the correct answer. So you have to be careful. Okay, even though they have the same word, it might not be the answer. Read the section in the text with the same word carefully and check it is the best option. It means that you have to read the whole paragraph to make sure that you get the correct answer. And remember to read all the answer options before you choose the best one. Okay, 2 minutes for you to do this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 now. Okay, do it now. For those who have not filled in the attendance, okay, I'm giving you the link here. Please fill in your name, fill in the attendance. Okay, find the answers. Let me know if you have finished completing all the answers. All right, done. What about the rest of you? Have you done? Okay, Susan done. Shirley done. All right. Why does the writer mention computers? Is it to compare? Is it to show how fast they have become? Is it to say the computers have no abilities? Or computers need eyes and ears? Which one is your answer?
A.
Okay. The others, you can write your answer in the chat room. Come on. Don't be so quiet. Okay. Right. So Anisha and someone just now, I couldn't see, said the answer is A, to compare them to the human brain. Yes, because as we can see, the material things, the object that we have, that seems very fast in this world right now is a computer. Okay, so we compare something fast to something very fast. Okay, number 2, we know that neurons send messages slowly, only found in your skin, deliver messages to your brain, and need electricity to work.
C.
Deliver messages to your brain. All right, thank you, Sasan and Anusha. The others, when you have a new thought, your heart beats faster, is it? The structure of your brain changes. You learn something new or you remember something. What about number 3?
C.
Nicholas says
C.
B, Sasan says A. Michelin
C.
says
C.
C. Sasan says C, eh? The rest of you, B or C? So we have B or C here. The structure of your brain changes or you learn something new. The keyword is when you have a new thought. Okay, so it's here, is it? When you have a new thought, where is the answer? Okay, it's here. The structure of your brain changes every time you have a new thought, remember, or learn something. Okay, see that? See this? The structure of your brain changes every time you have a new thought. So the answer is B. Okay, number 3 is B. The structure of your brain changes. What about number 4? What does the writer tell us about exercise? It can make you less intelligent, kurang bijak. It needs a special chemical. Its effects are not well known, or it can make you feel better.
The answer is D.
The answer is D. It can make you feel better. The rest is very negative ones. Okay. And last one, what is the article generally about?
The answer is B.
All the steps that are involved, steps is langkah-langkah. No. What an incredible organ the human brain is, how the brain makes people smarter than computers, or the things you can do to speed up your brain. No. So the answer is yes. It's not D. You cannot speed up your brain. The answer is B. What an incredible organ the human brain is. So do you know about our former Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad? He is 84 and is it 80 or is he in his 90s? Okay, but his mind is still good, right? So I heard that one of his tips is he reads a lot. Okay, he reads a lot. So if you want to exercise your mind, if you want to take care of your mind, make sure you read a lot. Make sure you read a lot. Okay. All right, now do E. Find these words in the text and use them to complete the definitions below for structure, mood, organs, sense, and signals. Okay, 1 minute for this part E. Do it now. Done. Hasan already done for this part E. Right, the rest of you, 1 minute, okay? Anusha also done. The others? The others okay, Alright. Electrical messages in the body are known as what?
Signal.
Signals. Okay. Your what is the way you are feeling at a certain time?
Mood.
Yes, your mood. Okay, the way something is built. Sesuatu dibina.
Structure.
Yes.
Structure.
Structure. If the meaning of something is not clear, it doesn't make
Sense.
sense. Okay, something is not clear, it doesn't make sense. Usually this happens during magic show. Alright, the the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and skin are all
Organ.
Organ.
organs. So now you have 2 minutes to read this and think about how to solve this. A man went for a walk. After about an hour, he came to a deep, wide river. There was no bridge. He didn't have a boat or raft or any materials to make one. He couldn't swim. How did he get across the river? This one is very typical brain game, brain teaser. Okay, now think about this and then tell me, what do you think he should do? He couldn't swim. Okay, no bridge, no boat, no raft, or any materials to make boat or raft. How did he get across the river? I think he walked around the river. Wow. Can you walk around the river? No, how can you walk around the river? The river is very long, right? I mean, like if you have to find a waterfall at least, and maybe the waterfall is big, so you cannot, you still have to cross it. How is it? You can give your ideas in the chat room. This is a brain teaser. That means it tests your brain. A man went for a walk. Okay, imagine a man went for a walk. Dia pergi jalan-jalan, and then after an hour, he came to a deep, wide river. See this. It's not only deep, dalam, but it's also wide, luas, and no bridge. Okay, no boat, no raft. He couldn't swim, but he still managed to get across the river. How? He jumped. No, he managed. Amira, he managed to go to the other side of the river. He did jump. He did went to the. He did go to the. To get across the river. He jumped on top of an animal. What kind of animal, Anusha? He jumped over the river. It's very deep and wide. How can you jump over river? Okay? No idea. Crocodile. Crocodile. Wow, what kind of man would jump over a crocodile? Okay, this is one of the answer. It was winter and the river was frozen over. So the man walked across the ice. So instead of walking across the river, he is walking across the ice. Okay, didn't think about that, right? Okay, that's the one of the possible answer. It was winter and the river was frozen over, so the man walked across the ice. Okay, the man walked across the ice.
Outdoor.
Okay,
Dalam tak mention pun ada winter.
yes, it didn't mention about winter or anything. So that's why this is called a brain teaser. You can just make up the answers. Okay. What if he falls into river and dies? Yes, he could fall actually. Even though the river could be frozen, there might be ice thin frozen only. He might fall into the river and dies. But usually, I think the place where they can play, where they can walk on ice during winter completely, um, to be Elsa, completely confident to walk on ice is in Russia. Okay, in Russia, Russia is the coldest place on one of the coldest places on earth. It's very, very cold, like sometimes like negative 34 degrees Celsius. We couldn't even handle negative zero. Okay? We couldn't even handle negative zero, but they have negative 34 degrees Celsius, negative 40, which is very, very cool. All right. Do you have any questions? After this, please do exercise. Please do the exam task. Okay? Please do the exam task and E. So this is D and E in your book.